Exodus chapter 18, verse 1 through 12. Jethro, the priest of Midian, Moses' father-in-law, heard of all that God has done for Moses and for Israel his people, how the Lord had brought Israel out of Egypt. Now Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, had taken Zipporah, Moses' wife, after he had sent her home, along with her 2 sons. The name of the one was Gershom, for he said, I have been a sojourner in a foreign land. And the name of the other, Eleazar, for he said, the God of my father was my help, and delivered me from the sword of Pharaoh. Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, came with his sons and his wife to Moses in the wilderness where he was encamped at the mountain of God. And when he sent word to Moses, I, your father-in-law Jethro, am coming to you with your wife and her 2 sons with her. Moses went out to meet his father-in-law and bowed down and kissed him. And they asked each other of their welfare and went into the tent. Then Moses told his father-in-law all that the Lord had done to Pharaoh and to the Egyptians for Israel's sake, all the hardship that had come upon them in the way, and how the Lord had delivered them. And Jethro rejoiced for all the good that the Lord had done to Israel, in that he had delivered them out of the hand of the Egyptians. Jethro said, Blessed be the Lord, who has delivered you out of the hand of the Egyptians and out of the hand of Pharaoh, and has delivered the people from under the hand of the Egyptians. Now I know that the Lord is greater than all gods, because in this affair they dealt arrogantly with the people. And Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, brought a burnt offering and sacrifices to God. And Aaron came with all the elders of Israel to eat bread with Moses' father-in-law before God. In today's passage, we see Moses reuniting with his family and sharing about what God has done with his father-in-law Jethro. It is not clear when Moses sent back his family, but his family was back in Midian as God worked his wonders in Egypt. Jethro, Moses' wife, and his children must have been worried sick, since we see that they rushed to meet with Moses. As soon as they reunite, Moses shares the amazing testimony of how God saved them from the hands of the Egyptians. As Jethro hears the testimony, his heart begins to open up and delight in what God has done for Moses. Jethro then offers a sacrificial offering unto God, which is a sign showing that he has fully accepted the God of Israel as his God. Our testimony of how we met Jesus and the joy that we have found in him is the greatest tool that we have in sharing the love of God to others around us. When they see how we have changed and how much we're rejoicing in the salvation God has given us, people around us will also begin to open their hearts to the gospel message of Jesus Christ. Psalm 96 verse 2 through 4 says, Sing to the Lord, bless his name, tell of his salvation from day to day. Declare his glory among the nations, his marvelous works among all the peoples. For great is the Lord, and greatly to be praised. He is to be feared above all gods. And 1 Peter chapter 3 verse 15 says, But in your hearts honor Christ the Lord as holy, always being prepared to make a defense to anyone who asks you for a reason for the hope that is in you. Yet do it with gentleness and respect. As we meditate on today's passage, let us once again remind ourselves of the amazing grace we have found in Jesus and be ready to share his gospel to those around us.